The rocket strike hitting a soccer field in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights. Israel is blaming Hezbollah, but the group quickly denying the allegation. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso joins us live right now in the studio. What's the latest, Jessica?
Arthur, the victims reportedly range in age from 10 to 20 years old. Israeli foreign minister saying, quote, "We are nearing the moment in which we face an all-out war." The question tonight, what does this latest attack mean for a possible ceasefire between Hamas and Israel? Israeli officials calling it the deadliest attack on Israeli civilians since the October 7 attack by Hamas. At least 11 children and teens dead Saturday after a rocket strike hit a soccer field in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights.
It's an Iranian missile that was given to Hezbollah. Look, Hezbollah is an Iranian proxy, just as Hamas is.
We will act to defend the citizens of Israel.
Israel says Hezbollah is behind the attack, but the Lebanese terrorist group is denying it. The rocket strike came hours after an Israeli airstrike on South Lebanon that killed 3 of Hezbollah's members. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who was not in Israel at the time but here in the U.S., says Hezbollah, quote, "will pay a heavy price for this attack, one that it has not paid so far," raising fears of an all-out war in the Middle East.
Israel is almost certain to retaliate. What kind of retaliation they undertake, of course, remains to be seen.
This latest attack comes in the midst of ceasefire talks between Hamas and Israel, where a potential deal is on the table.
One of the things that frequently happens in the Middle East when positive results look like they are going to be likely or are likely to occur, terrorist groups launch attacks to try to undermine those agreements because, of course, they don't want any agreement that recognizes Israel or that leads to its continued existence.
The White House supporting Israel, condemning the attack, saying in part, quote, "Israel continues to face severe threats to its security as the world saw today, and the United States will continue to support efforts to end these terrible attacks along the Blue Line, which must be a top priority." Meanwhile, over in Gaza, at least 30 people were killed, including children, and more than 100 others were injured when the Israeli army attacked a school on Saturday. The building was reportedly being used to house displaced Palestinians. Israel's military says it targeted a Hamas command center used to direct attacks against Israeli troops and store large quantities of weapons. From what Israel officials are saying tonight, it seems like they will retaliate. The question is when and how. Arthur?